It's been 1 year since women put the mic to their voices and kicked off #MeToo in India. Let's recap what's gone down since then. The origin story. 3 distinct stories formed the cornerstones of Me Too India. First, when Raya Sarkar published Losha. Then, from September to October 2018, when Tanushree Datta accused Nana Patekar of sexually harassing her on a film set, and Mahima Kukreja called out comedian Utsav Chakraborty for sexual harassment. She also revealed that members of the Indian comedy industry knew about this and stayed silent, including extremely popular male comedians. Mahima's story opened the floodgates. Thousands of women took to Twitter with their stories of sexual abuse and harassment using the hashtag #MeTooIndia. Powerful men were accused and most denied allegations. However, former Minister of State and journalist MJ Akbar resigned from his position. Allegations against filmmaker Vikas Behel led to the dissolution of Phantom Films, and actor Alok Nath was expelled from Cinta. AIB shut down overnight, with one founding member no longer involved with the company and another removed as CEO but still involved with them. World on Me Too. World over, #MeToo achieved varying degrees of success. In Ethiopia, 9 middle school girls reported their teacher for abuse, got him fired, and handed over to the police. In Egypt, a viral video of a young woman fighting back against her attacker started a regional conversation on sexual harassment and set a new legal precedent for all Egyptian women. There were blows to the movement too, like Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation to the US Supreme Court despite a heart-wrenching public testimony of sexual assault by Catherine Ford. And the story of a young intern in China who'll face her alleged abuser, one of the country's biggest newscasters, in court over charges of damaging his reputation and mental well-being. Qanoon on Me Too. At the height of India's #MeToo movement, the government announced it would set up a group of ministers to look into legal changes to prevent sexual harassment in the workplace. But this story has an anticlimactic end. The committee's been dissolved and the government won't release the minutes of its meetings. Remember the accused who were punished? Priya Ramani, the journalist who accused MJ Akbar, is now being sued by him for defamation. Despite many other women coming out about being harassed by him, she continues to fight a lonely battle. On June 13, the case against Nana Patekar was closed due to lack of evidence, without pressing any charges. And Alok Nath is back and starring in a movie about #MeToo. Talk about irony. The power of Me Too. It may seem like #MeToo took over the world, but the reality is that it needs to move offline for it to have real impact. In Afghanistan and Nigeria, women had no idea that #MeToo even existed because they don't have access to the internet. In India, it's trickled down to some rural areas, but a survey found that #MeToo isn't as mainstream as we'd like to think. 20% of young urban Indians thought that #MeToo was just a trend and would die down, while 33% said they'd think twice before hiring a member of the opposite sex. In Bundelkhand, female reporters of Khabar Lahariya circulated an open letter documenting the harassment they have to go through every day. Only one newspaper published it, and that stopped a great deal of inappropriate videos and mock pictures being shared on WhatsApp. We couldn't cover a lot of names and stories in this video because there are just so many of them. #MeToo started something big. It empowered women to get closure, from hiding their stories to sharing them. It started important conversations around consent, power dynamics, and toxic work cultures. But the momentum can't falter. We need to keep at it online and offline so it's not written off as a momentary glitch in patriarchy. And the only way is that we don't stop. This movement has given us a voice. And by coming together with empathy and compassion, that voice can only get louder. Tell us your thoughts on the #MeToo movement in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Vitamins 3.